So, hi everyone. So, let me show you the Palext extension. If I click on this icon from this bar, then it will open this Palext tool. So, this is your extension for the Palext. And we also have one shortcut, which is let me close this one. And if I click, if I type Control Shift Y, then again it will open this extension. So, this is a shortcut for this tool. On the top, this is a drag bar, so you can drag anywhere in the screen, this tool. So it will not fixed in one place. And then this is the minimizer. So you can see like, if you put it on anywhere in the screen, then it will like hide most of the part of the screen. So you can just minimize it and you can do your color inspect or anything. So it will not block your screen from your work. So now the next part is this is the logo for the current site, and it will fetch the logo, the site title, and this is the site URL. And next one is the inspect. If I click on this inspect, so you can live inspect anything, like whatever the things you hover with the mouse. So the button, the icons, the text, everything, it will show you the current tag with all those properties. So let me minimize this bar. Okay, now, so if I hover this logo, so you can see the logo. It's currently based on this A tag on the top, and it will have like 130 pixel of width and 65 pixel of height. As you can see on the top, it's showing over here, and it's have this text color and the padding, everything. And now, suppose I have hover this thing, this button, and now I wanted to click the copy CSS or the capture button. So you cannot do that because it's always move with your mouse. So the strategy is, once you hover, suppose I wanted to get the properties of this button, then you need to click on that same position, click it, then this window get pinned. Means if you move around your mouse, it will not move with this window with the mouse, so it will get pinned. And you have all those options. Either you can copy from here, there is a small icon over there, you can see copy. Either you can copy from here, or you can copy the whole CSS. As you can see, all those properties you can just copy with this button. And this capture means if I click on it, this capture, it says copied, but it's actually move in this extension with all those things. It means this is the A tag in the button, and this is the class they are using on the button. And now we have all those properties for this button. See, we have the copy CSS, the whole CSS it will copy, or you can copy the individual properties. Let me move over here. Yeah, and below is suggested token mapping. This is basically, instead of using this hex color all over the places, you can use those variable names. These variable names actually used by this current website. So the extension will give you the hint, like you can use these variable names, so it will match everywhere, and you can, it will be like easy for maintenance also. And those variables you can also find in the variable tab here. Let me close this one. In the variable tab, you can find like there are 446 variables are present currently. There are 27 groups and 446 variable. You can search any variable name, suppose red. If I search, you can see hyphen hyphen brand hyphen red, then red color. Like all those variable name are named with the red. Then it will come over here, and you can click on it. You can click, so all the color variants name you can check here. CMYK. If you wanted to copy the CMYK variant, then you can just the copy the variable name. If you copy it, then the variable name will copy it, like this variable name. Or if you wanted to copy the value, so this is the value, this is the variable name. If you click on this value, then this value will get copied. So let me show you, let me move to the next one, which is scan. So scan, basically it will rescan everything. Suppose in the first time it will not scan properly due to some network error or anything, then you can click on it, then it will rescan everything all over again for this current site. And this bar you can move around also, you can drag and drop anywhere, and you can remove it by either click on this close button or click escape, then it will get removed. Now, the scan also, I told, no, the save. So what is the save? Basically save the current site in your history tab. So there is a history tab over here. So I already saved it. Let me delete it first. So I already deleted. Now it's total number of 6. Now if I save this site again, total number 7 is included, and this site you can see Zoho, the current site, the title and the URL and the time and date, everything is mentioned over here. So this is the history tab. I'll come back later with all of those buttons. What are those buttons? The work and all everything. I'll come back later. Let me show you the other things, which is the tools. If I click on it, basically is for the color blurriness or the color blindness. The option for the accessibility purpose. So if I can click, then the red week, green week, blue week, then the no color option is there, and the normal color. Next one is the measurement. If I click on this measurement, below you can see one small window is coming, and it will gives you like one hint: pick first element and then click element A and hover element B. So let me click, let me minimize this. Okay, so let me click the first element. Suppose I wanted to click this title. So my anchor is selected right now, and if I click if I hover any buttons, any types or anything which is present on the screen currently, you can see it will gives you the exact measurement, the height, what is the distance between this title and this card. It's 257 pixel vertical, and if I go over there, you can see the 97 pixel is like the width, and 89 pixel is the like vertical, the height. So you can measurement anything. Suppose if I click on this button, so my button is now my anchor element, and from this anchor element you can check any other resources, the height, the width, everything. So if you wanted to like measure like what is the height between them, how much gap should I put between these things, and what is the gap between those things, so you can get everything with this measurement tool. And let me close that. And suppose if I close these tools and the measurement is still on, it will gives you one hint on the top, like the green dot means something is open inside those tools. So this measurement is open currently. If I make it off, see, it will get removed, that green active thing. Now the next one is layout. So this layout basically show you if there any the container having the flex layout or the grid layout or the legacy layout. Legacy means over here before flex box and grid, we have to use the the position absolute, relative, or the z index to show all the layouts properly, or the display inline, inline block, anything we will use before the flexbox and grid. So those are basically the legacy, like nobody is using right now, everybody is moving to the flexbox and grid. So it will show you if the site is using any flexbox or any grid containers, and below is the control bar, and you can see it's only the showing you the inline containers, but there is no labels. So if you click on this label part, then it will show you the exact label and like what the properties they're basically using. This is flex row wrap it's using, and it will have the gap of 50, it will have the gap of 45, the flex call is using. So for this whole site it will show you everything, below, bottom, top, everywhere. And if I click on grid, then you can see the grid layout is only one. This is the grid layout the currently it's using, grid of one column. But other than that, on the top, there is no grid part. Only bottom part is only the grid part is there, only one. And if I click on legacy, you can see no legacy container is found on this page. If I move on top, like it will show you the live, like while scrolling, whatever in your viewport area visible, so that part only it will scan and it will show you the live, the containers. So there is no legacy. For the grid, you can see on the top there is no grid, but in the bottom, if I move, then it will live scan and it will gives you this one grid tool. And for the flex bar, I have all of those flex bar. You can see the number is counting, the number is decreasing, increasing based on the viewport. Right now it's 7, but right now it's 9. And if I move to the top, move to the bottom, it's again decreased to 7. So it's basically live scanning every time once you scroll back and for going from bottom every time. So it's basically gives you every details possible. So let me click on the escape. So it will get removed. Now, next one is export. So this export is basically to export everything that this tool scanned for this current website. Means the colors, the bars, let me show you the tabs. The colors, the typography, the spacing plus radius, the effects. Effects means all the shadows, and then the gradients, and the animations if any animation is using on this site. Then next one is variables. Next one is assets, means all the images that you can see on the site. It will just export all of those images and give you the extra perfect, the png images, the logo images, the normal images. Like these are the icons only have one, but the images we have 35 total images. It's basically mix of png, jpeg, everything. Total all we have the 36 images, and you can individually copy the url, the whole the images. Suppose if I copy the url for this one, and if I go to the next tab and if I click on it, it will give me the exact the url of this image. And all this image, from for each images you have those two things, one is copy and next one is download. And the image name, it will have the image, the what the image type, it's svg image. All of those are like svgs. This is the png image, the image size, width and height, everything it will gives you all details. And for the image and the asset tab, we have the rescan. So it will basically rescan everything. Suppose sometimes maybe some like due to some network error it will not scan properly, then you can type click this rescan, then it will rescan everything. Next one is inside. So this inside a bit, it will not cover on the export part, but it will cover on the auditing part. Auditing basically it will have all the list of the total consolidated report of what your current site already have, how many variables are there, what are the colors, what are the all those tokens are there, what is wrong with the site, what is not good, what is bad, what is good, what is excellent, everything. It will gives you one consolidated report, and what you need to fix on your next part, what is priority and what is less priority. So all of those it will have one PDF report. And not PDF, it's basically the Markdown and the HTML version only we have. The PDF is not built it yet. We're currently on it. Maybe on the next release, we'll um, give you the PDF version. Bundle means it will download each tokens separately, like for the CSS tokens, for the colors, for the gradients, for the variables. It will download each file separately, and it will give you the whole bundle. And in the token format, we have the four options over here. One is web. So inside web, we have introduced CSS variables. So you can download all of those tab things as a CSS variables mode, or the SAS mode, or the lace stylus, and then tailwind config. Suppose in any website you're rebranding this website in tailwind, and you want those the current infos in Tailwind config, then you can just click on it and you can just either download the file, or you can just copy everything. So it will gives you the exact the Tailwind config, and it will also provide you the comments like how you can import those config that you just export from here, and you can how you import it in your existing Tailwind app. It will gives you all of those installation comments. Next one is the React UI. So React UI, we have the Material UI, Chakra, and Design. These three options we have currently. For the design tools, we have the Figma tokens and DTCG tokens. The Figma tokens, basically, if you use Figma app, then this Figma token you can directly export it there, and you can use those variables. And in the standard mode, we have the JSON, JavaScript token, and TypeScript token. So currently, these are all those things introduced. In the next release, currently we are working on this, like all the other next framework, like the Angular, the Svelte, and Vue. All of those will releases in the like next release part. Currently, we have all those four types. And you can also just it's not fixed. You can just remove what you not needed, then it will just copy and do things. Close it. Now, this is the theme changer. If I click on it from dark to light, suppose some users don't like the dark all the time, so they prefer the light, the Jedi part. So let me click on it, the dark one. So dark one is the default. So every developer's dream theme color, dark. Yep. So now the current now move to the tabs one. So this is the colors. Means whatever the colors you can see on the side, it will just extract everything, and it will gives you these cards modes. Like this is the black color, this is charcoal, and this is the hex color of this thing. And you can see on the tooltip, if you can see like click to cycle hex, HSL, RGBA, and CMYK. Means if you click on it, you can have the HSL variant of this hex color. If you click again, then RGBA color, then CMYK version, and again it will move back to the hex color. So whatever the variant you need, you can just click on it. You can just copy thing, and you can just copy this current value, or you can copy the CSS variable, the whole CSS variable. You can see black RGB, it will just copy it, or you can just copy the only the RGB part. If I click again, suppose I wanted to copy the HSL part. Let me click on the copy. It will only copy the HSL part. Or if I click on the CSS fair, then it will copy the black with the value HSL part. So, and you can see for all colors we have the contrast currently, the readable part, if it's readable or not. So all of those colors have the readable format. This is very good thing for a site. and you can see all of those colors are currently present on the screen. And this icon is basically show you where this color is currently used on this site. It's basically the locating this color. Suppose if I click on this color, and you can see it will gives you all the borders. Let me minimize this so you can see this border. This color is the charcoal. Again, this is the charcoal. Here it's used all this charcoal thing. Here also is used in this part, this text. So everywhere you can see those borders, this charcoal basically used. So it will gives you where basically it's used. Suppose let me click on this blue thing. So this blue it's used over here, here. So all of these places it's basically used. Let me clear on this. Let me see where those this red colors. Maybe some hidden part over there. So it's basically checking all of those sites, all of those buttons. So here also you can see one border is there, this one, and here. So this is the colors, and now you can group it by role. Means the brand blue, the brand colors. These are the brand colors, and next one. This is the success part, and this is the info or cyan part. So these are all the like grouped by role. The eyedropper means if you wanted to check where is the color, or if you want any color needed. Suppose this red color, if I want what is this color. So if you inspect it, then it will gives you this the color, the hex code picked by eyedropper. You can just copy it, or you can just close this. And this guide, this is basically the guidance, like all of those buttons, all of those icons, what are the exact role for all of these icons. So you can see it's basically the guidance, like the locate, what is this locate button, basically what is this copy or css for. So if anyone basically new to this tool, so they go to this guide and they will know everything. So this is the guidance. Let me go to the typography. So for all the tabs, this guidance is there. So you're not like lost in anywhere. Like what is this icon basically doing? So you can just click on this guide, and so it will have all of those list. And let me show you this typography. Means this typography basically the this long type basically used, where all of those like small font, big font, medium fonts. So all of those font is basically inspect everything. It will extract and it will gives you the list of things. If you click on the more details, then it will gives you the font names. Basically, it's a Times Roman. The line height is auto. The size also you can check with pixel, rem, and em variant also. Then the weight, font weight, the on page, it will have only two instances, and the readability is good for this text. So for every heading, every p tag, every span tag, everything it will extract, and it will give you the exact, the height, the line height, the font weight, the pixel mode, everything it will gives you. And you can also inspect where basically this is the icon. So it will gives you over here. You can see on the top, and the top the two icons are there. So these are all those things you can see for the typography. And below is the total font families is like 11, and what are the font families they are basically using. So these are all the font families lists. So you can also locate with this icon, and you can just copy it, this font family name. Let me go to the next one, the spacing and radius. So it will have the list of the spacing they're using, the 1 pixel, the 2 pixel, the 3 pixels, every spacing it will extract, and it will gives you the list of these things, and it will gives you the how many times it will use. 8 pixel is used 65 times, 129 times, 13 times, everything it will show you, and it's a range and a scale. Basically, it will show like how many times it will use basically. So if I inspect this 10, so it will use 18 times in this website, and you can see most of the places basically it will use here, all those places it will use those 10 pixel. So let me clear it up, and you can inspect this, and also you can copy the value 10 pixel. And now next one is radius. So below spacing there is a radius. So for this one the guide is also there, and you can copy the whole radius at once, all the radius that you can see, all the radius variables. It will copy everything and give you a list, or you can individually copy with this copy button. And these are all the 8 pixel, or you can, it will gives you the zero point 0.5, the rem value, rem value. So this is all the spacing and radius currently. Now move to the effects. So effects, basically this is the shadow, what are the shadows they're using, and this is very minimal shadow they're using. And this below the card and model, basically suppose currently on the card mode it will show you like this. If I click on button, then how this shadow will show in a button if it's used in a button mode, or if I use the same shadow in a model window, then how it will look. So it will look like this. If I use this in a button, then it will look like this, or in a card it will look like this. Basically it's very minimal shadow, so you cannot see anything. Same for shadow 3, 4, 5, and the shadow 6. Basically it will use very much shadow, and it will spreading all over the round covering. If I click on the button, you can see same way it will follow everything. And for the model window also it will look like this if you use the same shadow. Detail means it will detailing gives you the values, basically what are those values for, and what is 20 pixel for, what is this again, the 0 pixel. So it will gives you everything. The 20 pixel is the blur radius, 0 pixel is the spread radius, this is the horizontal offset, vertical offset, and the colors, it will gives you the one small square button with those colors, what are the colors they are using for this shadow. And you can copy with this button. This is the copy button, this is the inspect. So for each shadow it will have the details, and same for the gradients. It will have the details of all those colors that you in use in these gradients. Like you can see, this color is used on the first, this color is used on the second, and between them 50%, 100% is used, and this is like 127-degree inclined, this gradient. And here is the detailed breakdown. Two means two color stops are there, one and two color stops. The stop one is this, stop two is this color, and this is the full value. So this is all the breakdown details for this color. This is the locate, where exactly it will use. So it will use maybe here you can see, let me just put it over there, it use over here. You can see it will 127, this is the same exact gradient they're using, same for this one also. So same for this, all the linear gradients is listed over here, and below there is a motion and transition. Means if any type of animation or motion in the CSS they're using, so it will gives you the lists of those motion. This is the fade in and out they're using, and in the details part it will give you the list of breakdown, like I mean what is the ease basically looks like. So if you click on the details, it will show you the how the ball will move in the ease mode, or suppose if anything have like all of those have the ease mode. Let me see if anything have the different. Everything is, this is like is in out. Let me show you this one. This is in out means how this ball will move in the is in out animation. Then this is the like what are those values for. This is like 500 millisecond, very slow. And below is the like similar tokens. Same curve is used anywhere or not, and the similar speed is used. These all of those background color also opacity, border color, and one more is there, which is this one, and this is the full value. So in the details part, you have all of the list of breakdowns, how this value will look, how the animation will look like in this particular position, how the value will the interpret basically the values, like what is the zero point 0.5 and what is the this double zero point 0.4 is and zero point 0.4 is, what does this mean. This is very good for the beginners, those who are still learning. So it will break down everything. Now let me go to the variables. So variables, I already told, like you can search any variable name, suppose be background. So with back, which have the back, this text anywhere in the variable, it will gives you the list of things. Like these are all the variables they're using, and this is the variable means it will, once you click on it, it will give, it will once you click on it, it will copy the variable part, this one, and it will, this value means once you click on it, it will copy only the value part. Or you can just copy everything from here. Copy all means for this jp, the six variable, it will copy everything at once, like this. Let me remove it. So total, we have total, let me collapse everything. We have all of those things. For each group we have the copy all button. If I copy everything from here, it will just copy every variable from all of the places. And we have the guide for this variable. So this is the variables from the root. Reset the zooming option. Now the asset I already explained. Insight. So this insight is basically what is done, like it will take the whole screens, the current screen, and it will gives you a snapshot how the score will, I mean what is the system health basically. Is it high risk or anything? The compatibility is failing, all the accessibility, how much good accessible the site is, what is the risk pairs are. You can see everything over here. What are the blockers? So it will gives you one perfect range, and the guide, it will have everything. What are the points are there basically. You can, if you click on this full score analyzer, you have all of those list. Accessibility 94 out of 100. Score consistency is 0. Maintainability of only 49, and governance only 70. And it gives you the range, how this range will come up. Then we have the critical, the watch list, and the stable list. Stable is 0, critical only 2, and watch list means you need to put it on watch. 3231 items, but the critical items are only 2. Next one is, this is the quick actions, means like if you click on the open WCAG overlays, it will gives you what are the failures. Double A fails are there, so these are all the failure. It will not match the ratios, so it will gives you every failure options, top to bottom, everything. Let me remove it. Jump to failing tokens. It will show you the jump to failing tokens. What tokens are basically the failing part. And next one is create dev checklist. It gives you one checklist of it's basically the markdown file, and it will gives you a checklist of what are the things you need to do, what are the priority list, and what is the critical list, what are the watchable items, the pending items you need to do. And next one is the component impact map, buttons, cards, form inputs. For these buttons, we have these two high risks. For the cards, we have this high risk, low impact, impact high, impact medium, impact low, everything it will have. And below are the button text, color pair, what are the things that you need to check, the pairs, which are the pairs, basically the um, which colors are basically similar, but it will create a one new color. So for that purpose you need to merge that color into one, so it will like load up very faster instead of loading multiple colors at once. So this colors clean up. Then below are the like secondary metrics, how these colors, how many percentage the colors are loading, the type, the space, everything. And then advanced diagnostics, it will have the how many rules are there, what are the how many declarations, the inline styles, only 34, the specificity, everything it will gives you basically one consolidated report. And for the very detailed report, you need to go to the tools and then click on export. And then in the audit report, you need to download that audit report to see the breakdown list of this insight. Basically, it will just give you one small the insight, but for the full breakdown report, you need to click on this and download this audit report. Now, the history. The history is basically the snapshot that you saved on the from the top button. It will save over here, and here you have the four items, which is compared URL, diff, latest, mini crawl, and clear all. Clear all, it will clear everything from the history item. And the mini crawl means, suppose currently it will the extension, it will inspect only the current page, it will not inspect all the pages that this current site have. So for mini crawl, you can comma separated maximum 5 pages you can add over here with the comma separated, separate the https, you can put any other url, and it will inspect maximum 5 pages, and it will gives you the whole consolidated inspect tabs like colors, gradients, assets, everything. So this is basically the multi-crawl. And diff latest means what is the current differentiation between the current site and the latest screenshot that is currently saved. So we saved the Zoho, and the current screenshot we have the Zoho, the same site. So it's showing like 100% similarity. Nothing is less, nothing is removed, everything is fine. But if I click some different site, and if I click on diff, then you will see the current snapshot with the Zoho and the CSS paper. So this two site, it will compare, and it will gives you how much similarities it will be there, what are the new CSS it will added, what are the removed CSS, what are the removed items are there, the shared items are 16th, and it will compare at 5:38 p.m. Indian time. So these are all the lists of thing. It will the high, basically it will gives you like all the variable part, it will add 446 extra variable, 42 variable removed. And in the example mode, it will show you the what are the basically the minimalist example, it will show you what are the variables it will add, or it will remove everything. And let me close this. The compare URL, suppose you wanted to compare this current site with some another external URL which is not saved here in the history tab, and you can just put it over here like the google.com or any other external site, and then it will compare, and basically it will open the site in the background mode, and it will extract everything from the site, and then it will compare with the current site, and gives you the list of things that are the difference. So for this, the list of things, the load means, suppose the current side I have the 100% match, so I can, if I load also, then it will not show you any new things. So basically, load is what are this site, whatever the colors, the style, everything, the tokens this site have, it will load this site, the colors, everything, every token, and it will gives you the colors. So current site, you can see the site name, it will get changed. The icon is also changed. The URL, it will show the current site it will load is CSS paper, not the Zoho. So these are all the colors are basically come from this csspaper.com, not for the Zoho. And in the history tab, if you see, the Zoho currently have the low of only 70% differentiation, the similarity, only 3% similarities are there. Okay, because we have loaded the CSS paper, which is high 100% similarity. So this is where you can load any sites, any saved site, colors, tokens, everything, and it will show you every items, every assets, every insights, the effects, everything it will show you. Now, the apply to page, this is currently in the experimental mode. Currently, it will not show you exact the solution. So apply to page means whatever the current saved site it will have, it will apply to the current open site. Suppose I have opened this Zoho site, and if I wanted to apply the developer way styles in the current site, let me click on this applying. So you can see some of the buttons get recolored with those items. The text color also get changed. You can see this color also changed. The links colors also change. So some of the colors, some of the links, the buttons colors, the links color, mostly the links, the buttons, everything it get changed based on the developer way. Means the developer way site also use the same color in the button or in the links, so it will copy everything from that side and it will apply on the current page, and it will gives you one like previewing currently. If you click again, so it will remove and it will revert it back everything. And you can just delete the list from the save, and clear all means it will clear everything. Delete all snapshot saved. Okay, cancel. Let me click on cancel. Or if I click on OK, you can see no snapshot saved yet. So this is the history, currently is 0. So these are all the items that this extension it will gives you. So it will gives you the everything that you need for your development purpose or your design perspective, or if you wanted to audit anything in the current site, or you need any style color, or suppose you're developing any site or any project and you love any other sites colors, the animation, the text color, the font size, font sizes, fonts colors, and you wonder like what is the font that you're basically using. So you can just use this tool and you can check the typography for the fonts colors, what colors they're basically using, the spacing, radius, effects, variables. So you can get all the variables, you can export everything, the assets they're currently using, any logo, any PNG images, SVG images, it will support everything, the insight and the history. So it will gives you basically whole the developer mode perspective for this tool. So that's it. Thanks you. Bye.